Good morning. It's Johnny Sunshine. It's Monday, everybody. 18th. 18th of March. Time is marching on, my friends. It's still not time to clean these leaves up. They're still falling all over the place, everywhere. I had a good day yesterday. Got a few things accomplished. Bought some stuff from Home Depot that I needed to get on my truck. I've been burning through flanges and offset flanges, and as you can see, guys, down here in Florida, almost every toilet that is set improperly. Broken flanges. I don't know if that has to do, well, it's not homeowners, man. It's plumbers. They don't know how to set a toilet, man. They don't even know how to set a flange without breaking it and then covering it up. It's just, it's a fucking challenge, man, you know? I know it's easy to sit in your fucking high chair, your recliner at home, and profess the best way to do every job, but that's not how it is out in the field. I did want to talk a little bit about, I saw Mikey Pipe's video yesterday. He was down here in Florida, and they went on a call for a foul odor in a bathroom, in a shower, and that's a tricky call, man. Trying to nail down where a smell is coming from, especially if you're selling them a solution to the problem. If you're saying, which they did in this video, I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure their solution to this issue was to sell these people a new toilet. The problem with that, especially if you're, hitting them pretty hard on the price for that toilet, you put a new toilet in and a week later they still have that smell. That's the issue with tracking down an odor. You better make sure you're correct in your diagnosis before you sell somebody a pretty expensive solution to their problem. I have found, in my experience, the way they do venting down here, wet venting in Florida when I first started was different than it is now. You can come into a toilet, you can take a Y and go to the tub or a combo, pick up a tub with a trap in, or a shower, combo with a shower, with a 2-inch trap under the floor, and then after that you can do a 3x2 Y pointing towards the lavatory, and that's up to code, man. It seems like rudimentary, pretty, it used to be you'd have to have one fitting, a 3x2 Y pointing towards the tub, and then off of that 2-inch you take another Y and shoot around to pick up the lavatory. The problem with this new way of venting, wet venting, they do down here, is that when that toilet flushes and that water level comes up high in that 3-inch pipe, you could get backwash. You could get water running into the shower trap, and you'll get some odor in there, man. It's like you always got a cup of piss or, raw sewage in your shower trap. Especially if a woman lives in the house and there's a lot of flushing going on. That trap in the shower could be full of piss all the time. So my suggestion when you run into a situation like that is to vacuum out the water in the trap. So you got a dry trap, and then flush the toilet a couple of times. And that's even more likely to happen if there's a partial stoppage in that system. But I've come across this a lot of times where, like, floor drains in a commercial bathroom, it just stinks to high heaven. And really, what happens is when you rough these houses in, it very well could be that that shower drain, that branch going over to pick up that shower drain, has backfall on it. These concrete guys, they don't love plumbers, you know. So when you do a slab roughing and they're out there digging their, you know, dapping out their shower, they're not above just kicking your pipe down in the ground and putting backfall on it. So there's a lot of things. Also, they never checked. Watching that video, I saw they didn't check to see if there was a bad, we call them student vents down here, air admittance valve for you guys who are to the letter of the fucking law. That could be the problem. They're going to sell this person a new toilet. I hope that's the issue, man. But I'd go back and I'd do a few more tests before I put a toilet in, especially when I'm telling them this is going to be the solution to your problem. That's the worst thing that can happen. Oh, your water heater's leaking. You need a new water heater, and the fucking people are scraping to get the money together, and they get it together. You put the water heater in, turn it on, and they call you back the next day. There's still water on our floor. Well, because you had a leak under the slab. And I told you needed a new water heater, so you better be sure, man, is all I'm saying. When you're selling a solution to somebody's problems, you better make sure it's actually a solution. Because now you get in a pissing match, and we all know Mikey don't like them. You know? He goes fucking wackadoodle doody on people. So anyways, I've got a couple easy service calls today. The guy is saying that his the first service call I got to go do is a Delta shower valve. The guy's saying that a shower valve is making noise in his master. He's got a 20-year-old backflow on this house, and those things start to hum. And every time you turn water on in the house, you know, depending on where it is, it's intermittent. It doesn't happen every time, but a lot of times it's that backflow humming out at the street, and it reverberates through the whole plumbing system. And I've been to houses where people have had 10 plumbers over there, and nobody could figure out where this noise was coming from every time you open a faucet in the master bath. It was the backflow. So that's where you need to start when you're trying to diagnose shit like that, when you have a closed loop system with an older backflow. Just fucking run something in the house and go listen to the backflow. Make sure it's quiet. Those poppets in the backflow get stuck, and you need to replace those parts every once in a while. But a little warning: if it's got a tag on it from some other backflow company, you better not touch that fucking backflow. You better just tell the homeowner, listen, this is your issue. You need to call these guys because they're nasty. They think, I mean, these guys, you know, they're fucking lazy, basically. If you ask me. That's why they went into backflow certification. Because it's easy. You could sit on a fucking bucket, you know, test the backflow. Yeah. The ones that are tough, they just do a drive-by. They'll go hide in the bushes, write up a tag, and say, yeah, you're good, man. Yeah. Fucking thing hasn't been tested in 20 fucking years. But they'll call the county on you if you work on a backflow and you don't recertify it again. It's just stupidity and nastiness, but it is what it is. One guy up here in Manatee County, I'm not afraid to mention his name, Casey's Backflow. He's a fucking prick. He thinks he's McGruff, you know, like McGruff's neighborhood. He's one of them guys who, you know, he thinks he's a cop, you know. and he's got a cousin or uncle or somebody working at the county, and I took a backflow that wasn't working, was giving these people no fucking protection against, or the city, giving the city no protection against backflow problems. I cut the backflow out because it was not working. And I just put a loop in there. I put a piece of pipe, and I called the guy, said, listen, you guys need to come put a new backflow in here or rebuild the one they have. He's like, did you take that backflow out? Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't fucking believe. Yeah, buddy. It hasn't been working for 5 fucking years, you asshole. I got a call from the county. Did you? I said, no, I put it back in. I went up there and I put it back in. The same fucking day. He and his wife are the same type of people. You know, they run in packs. Just fucking horrible, nasty people. And they get these contracts on these communities that have, you know, some of them could have 1,000 fucking houses in them. And they bag all of them for $20, $25 a year to certify these backflows. That's a lot of money, man. And I never see these guys out certifying the fucking things, ever. I'm telling you, they're doing drive-bys, man. They're filling out tags and they're fucking doing the old drive-by. Shit's not getting certified. They've actually come up with a different way of doing backflows down here. They realize that the above-ground backflows are they defeat the purpose of the whole system of backflow prevention, because you got to bring them up out of the ground, and it's not doing you a whole lot of good when somebody backs over it and it's laying on the fucking ground, broken, with water shooting all over the fucking place. It actually creates the hazard that's going to give you a backflow situation. So they've on new houses down here now, they require at the meter, you got your water meter box out in front of the house. You got to come off the meter within a certain distance. You got to put another meter box in with a ball valve, a check valve that has no test ports. It's like a 007 watts or something, inline double check. And it needs a shut-off valve on the inlet and discharge side of that valve so you can replace it. It has unions. The 2 valves are ridiculous. You got a fucking curb stop right there, and you got a shut-off valve up at the house. I don't understand why, you know, it's just a little redundant, and it makes it a pain in the ass trying to fit all of that in a meter box, but it better be right. Better be at their, you know, the height they want, so you get into additional 90s and fucking around to get it where it's supposed to be. But it doesn't need to be tested, and they recommend that you replace it every 10 years. That's it. That's the guidance, man. So the above ground backflow preventers, at least on residential houses, are gone. They're out the window. Sometimes you can't even get one, because you can't get an above ground like a 975 or whatever. They don't even stock them anymore at the supply house for the most part. That is going to get a lot of rebuttal from the guys who know. But anyways, I want to talk about that little fitting yesterday. That I want to elaborate a little bit more on that. On the fitting for a water heater. I've been telling you since I started my channel that I never put pressure tanks in for thermal expansion or expansion tanks. And they're like, well, I can't believe you didn't do that. Well, I didn't do it. I put a fucking, on the discharge of the backflow preventer, I put a 125 psi tamper-proof relief valve only. No temperature, just a relief valve. Well, now they've got these valves that you can put it, and I think it's a better spot, because out there at the backflow, if somebody leaves and they turn the water off to their house, now that relief valve's isolated from the house system, and if they leave the water heater on, you could get a thermal expansion situation, and the relief valve is useless. So if you're going to put it on the outside of the house, it needs to be on the house side of the main shutoff going into the house. But now they make a fitting that is approved by our code, that is a ball valve for the water heater shutoff, and right off of that is a 125 psi relief valve. I showed it to you yesterday in the video I put up. SharkBite made that valve, but that's a good price, man, when you consider what you're getting. I mean, a good SharkBite ball valve's about 25 bucks, man. Between $20 and $25 for a 3/4 inch SharkBite ball valve, and then you add to that, you know, the money that you're going to save by using that, because it is speedy for one thing, and then the relief valve, the side port for the 125 relief valve that is integral. You can't replace that. If that thing goes bad, you'd have to replace the whole valve. But I know my nephew is using them. That's how they do it. Down here, relief valves cannot go outside of the house. They have to drop down either into a heater pan or to the floor in the garage. They don't want them stubbed out anymore. That's been going on since 2004. So I like that idea, putting a relief valve, and the good thing about that is it's right at the water heater, and it's on the discharge side of the water. So even if they shut the valve off to the water heater, you still have that thermal expansion protection. I think it's a great system. It works. Thermal expansion's real, man. If you've ever taken a gas water heater, put a pressure gauge on that drain valve, and run a few faucets in the house to get the gas water heater to fire up, gas more so than electric, you watch that gauge start to climb with that thermal expansion at the bottom of that tank water heater. It's fucking huge. It's amazing how quick it goes up. And the reason I ended up doing that was because I had a woman who called and said, hey, you know, my relief valve's dripping a little bit, and I got there and it wasn't dripping, and automatically a lot of people will think, oh, they're crazy, blah, blah, blah. It's obviously not dripping. Well, it was dripping. When the thing fired up, it was dripping, and she needed a new expansion tank. She had it up on top of the water heater, but it didn't drip all the time, only when it fired up. So there's a lot of little nuances to being a plumber, and a lot of things that you're thinking about that aren't, you know, they're not front and center when you're doing a video, but they're in the back of your mind. This is all the shit that, you know, like when a doctor's doing surgery on you, he knows that that's your fucking aorta right next to what he's working on, and you could bleed to death if he makes a mistake and cuts that or whatever. I don't know what I think an aorta is, a main artery in your body, but I'm no doctor. I just play one on YouTube. Yeah, a plumbing doctor, toilet doctor. So Mikey, I'm just giving you a warning, my friend. You don't want your first call back. We've all been pulling for you. Your first couple of service calls down here in Florida, man, I'm really pulling for you. I'm happy to see you down here in the sunshine, in these nice new houses. And well, let's not have Mikey's first call back. All right? So you need to do a few more tests before you sell these people a new toilet, and probably around $1,000, man, is what I would imagine you're gonna get. You'll probably throw in the toilet down here, but that's what people are getting. And he's in the middle of a learning curve. This whole, you know, I don't know what the fuck he was calling a 2-story house down here. You know, a uppy and a lowy or something crazy like that. I have no idea what the fuck he was talking about. But, yeah. Good video, Mike. More power to you, my friend. Now you got them trucks down here. They look great. They're all wrapped. Now all you got to do is get some warm bodies in them motherfuckers and get them moving every day. Yeah. I drive by businesses and I see all these trucks, man. There's one company here in Sarasota, Bullseye Plumbing. I don't know where they came from. California, I think. They bought an existing business that was run for a very, very, very long time, probably 35, 40 years, Leland Plumbing. And Leland Plumbing's little byline or motto was the cleanest plumber in town. And it was a good company, and he's a very smart guy. He ran a great business and very well respected. But these guys bought his business and literally within a couple of months basically wiped clean everything this guy built over 40 years. Totally unrecognizable. The name disappeared. The look of the trucks disappeared. Now at these big fucking Bullseye plumbing trucks, and nobody realizes what they are. But I can tell you, unfortunately for them, I drive by that place, and in the middle of the day on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there's a shitload of trucks. And I drive by there and think, wow, this guy spent about $1 million on trucks. I mean, he's got a lot of fucking trucks, man. And so he's made a huge, huge investment. And when you do that, boy, you got to make sure you're playing your cards right, man. I wouldn't throw away, what you purchased. So we got the guy's his contact list or customer list, and the phone number. But you can't show up being a totally different animal, at least in my eyes. I would have milked that a little bit longer till people got to know me, and then gradually change the name of the business. Or at least say Bullseye Plumbing, formerly Leland Plumbing, we're here to continue his great work and blah, blah, blah. But they didn't do that. And like I said, there's a lot of trucks sitting, man. And we got some big boys in this town. Cool Today Plumbing and Air and Electrical. Huge company. This guy, Jamie, he built that business. And it's funny because when he started out, and now he's got on the side of his truck, in business since 1945, which is bullshit, because he contacted me after I got my license to qualify his business. He wasn't even a master plumber. And he wanted me to qualify his business so that he could start this thing up. But he built it to a massive, he's a marketing guy. And he built this massive business that stretches from, I was in Tampa the other day and saw their trucks. And then 2 nights ago, or maybe it was yesterday, I went to the ale house to get some lunch. And I was watching the Red Sox-Yankees game. And they were at the Red Sox preseason. And it's called Cool Today Stadium or whatever. Cool Today Park. And these guys are big time now, but Jamie, he sold that fucking business, man. But I would imagine they've got anywhere from 250 to 300-400 trucks, man. And yeah, I forgot where I was going with that, but he knows how to do it. But you can make some money selling a business down here if you have a good client base, which I don't. My shit's run very, very loosely. I'm about living my life, not, counting beans all fucking day. I don't want to do that. So, it's Monday. Johnny boy, let's see what time it is. I can't do any hater mail today, which there's a lot of it. There's obviously one guy here that he seems to pay only 50% of what everybody else pays for parts, materials. He's got a great thing going with Amazon, and yeah, he's a real fucking businessman. He knows how to get stuff cheap. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. Yeah, you can. If you turn over every rock, I'm sure you'll fucking find a nickel under one of them. Donald Trump is on a tear, guys. Donnie's on a tear, man. See what this dumb motherfucker's done. Ain't even worth my motherfucking time, y'all. So we're in good shape this morning. It's about 10 of 9. Johnny's got to get going. I got to go take a shower. I scraped my face right before I went to sleep last night. And, yeah. Gonna go have a good day. Maybe a couple, 2, 3 service calls. Easy ones to start the week. That'll be great. And, let's see if we can learn something this week, guys. I put it out there. All my mistakes, my stupidity, I wear my ignorance on my sleeve. Like everything else in my life, it's on my sleeve, man. That's it. The good, the bad, and the fucking ugly. Fugly. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Let me do a shout out to Cole King, Tanner West. Good guys. Tanner, I appreciate you, brother. Always has some great insight. He's a serviceman, and he's been in the trenches. He knows what's up, man. He knows what's up. He knows this shit ain't no cakewalk, man. You guys who complain and you bitch and moan about the way things get done, you must watch a lot of those shorts, where, you remodel a whole bathroom in 30 seconds. Yeah. That ain't how it is, guys. That ain't how it is. The boop, 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 boop. We're done. Time to go to motherfucking, what's that guy's name? That fish and chip place out there? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Bella, stop it! Crazy ass woman. Scratching up my fucking sliding glass doors, man. Every time I look at what these guys do, I just think of money going out the window. Before I sell this place, I'm probably going to have to buy 9 new sliding glass fucking doors, man. Because they scratch them. They're fucking nails. You guys are killing me! She's looking at me like, what are you talking about? Look at Bella. Get down. Hey! Stop it. Say hello. Say hello to everybody. She's like, I ain't saying nothing. You sweet girl. Hey! They just tear a fucking house apart, man. They fucking act like animals, these sons of bitches. I love saying that, sons of bitches, because one day we went, this was 20 years ago, man. We went to, we were just fucking with my mother, We're like, we're gonna go to, she loved ice cream, man. So we were like, we're gonna go to McDonald's and get some of them hot fudge sundaes. And we come back with a whole bag of them, And she's like, did you get one from me? And we said, no, we didn't think you wanted one. She's looked at us with nothing but, what would be a detest. And she said to me and my sister, you sons of bitches. You should have got me one, you sons of bitches. They were like, whoa, take it easy there, you old lady. My mother was no Mrs. Butterworth. She'd drop an F-bomb. Her favorite thing was about Donald Trump. She lived 2 years with this prick being president. She died in 2018, and she just fucking hated that son of a bitch. She could see the writing on the wall. This is a woman who was born in 1923, man. She's been through a lot. She's seen different presidents, and she just would shake her head looking at this guy like, what the fuck happened to this country? What is this new generation of Americans? Yeah. I'm a fucking real American. Yeah. I got chew in my mouth. Yeah. And some fucking possum stew on the motherfucking stove, Jackson. Yeah. Don't ever pass by a warm piece of fucking meat laying in the fucking road, y'all. All you gotta do is get out, feel that son of a bitch. If there's a little bit of warmth left in that motherfucker, you take it home and you wash all that crap off of it. Throw that motherfucker in the pot. Yeah. Boil it up, throw some potatoes in there. That's some good shit, man. Literally good shit. Yeah. Alright, don't get Johnny going. I gotta go, guys. Have a great week, man. Enjoy yourselves. Live a little bit. Laugh a lot. Joke with people. You know, try to be human. I had a great time at Home Depot yesterday. I fucked with every person I came across, man. Because I just enjoy it. Yeah. My favorite was when I was walking by this lady and I was talking to the guy from Home Depot, telling him that sometimes I have to shit in the back of my truck, and this lady, I knew she heard what I said. She kind of looked at me like, what the fuck? I said, I'm only kidding, but I really wasn't, because I do shit in my fucking truck sometimes. I bought those blue paper towels. They ain't for the jobs, man. The motherfuckers are for my ass, Jackson. That's my toilet paper, my TP. Yeah, TP66. Haven't heard from him in a while. He must be one of these undercover fucking trolls. He's a fucking troll. Yep. The trolls are out. They're standing in line, pulling that lever for a motherfucker who commits crime. Donald Trump's their man. He's going to the can. You motherfuckers just know how to pick losers, man. You're like, that's my man right there. Yes, he's a total fucking loser. A total fucking embarrassment. One guy compared me to this comedian, Gaffigan Jim, because of the voices that I do. The guy's funny as shit. You gotta look up Hot Pocket. Hot Pockets, yeah. Hot Pockets, yeah. Hot Pockets breakfast treats. You'll have diarrhea by 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. All right, guys, I gotta go. Have a good one.